Hi there. Um, I'm B. Sedgwick from Spirit Moxie, and we're again doing an introduction to Corner of Calm. We've been talking about presence. We've been talking about just who we are and as things progress. And today I'd like to present to you the power of just not knowing. Of not knowing how things are going to turn out, of not knowing even what you're doing next, maybe not knowing what you're having for dinner, because it's the morning here and I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. It doesn't mean I'm not talking about not planning. I'm not talking about never watching the news, but maybe about not obsessing with it. I'm not talking about not knowing where you put your wallet. I'm talking about how you really make time and possibility in the future work in a way that is more centered and restful and magical. So some of the examples I want to do is the whole idea of curiosity. We talk about curiosity all the time, and that not knowing is the whole part of curiosity. It's the whole idea of just sort of figuring out what might happen next. And along with that are things like, as some of you know, I use public transportation a lot, but this can happen with a car, however you're doing it. If something goes wrong, you get a flat tire, you completely miss the bus, and you can panic. I mean, you're on a deadline, or you can just not know how it's going to turn out and be happy with that and be calm and centered with that. That the flat tire may, if somebody wants to do a good deed, come and help you. It might mean that you've discovered that that lesson your father gave you when you were 15 actually still stuck and you can still change the thing. It could be that by missing it, you're standing there when somebody else needs instructions and directions somewhere that you're the one person that can give. Or that if you'd gotten there earlier, something wouldn't happen, or because you got there late, something happened. If you listen to me, these things happen all the time. The other day I stumbled on an art gallery that was having a fabulous South African exhibit. I mean, you know, who knew? So I invite you into that place. There's two other major words that go this. One of the words I talk about is pronoia, and that is the opposite of paranoid. It doesn't mean that necessarily everything is automatically happening your way, but as you have the expectation that the world is on your side rather than the world is against you. And not knowing how that shows up is sort of a crucial part of that. There's a simpler ways that people talk about thinking that things are always working for your good. And if things don't look like they're working for your good, how are they? Or how might they be? Or do you just not know? And we'll see. And finally, there's the whole idea of hope. Hope is a major component of not knowing, because hope implies is a space. It's something in you as you are looking and waiting for the world to evolve. But as part of that hope is being really comfortable with the not knowing thing, which is what makes hope not hopeless. So where have you discovered that it really has worked for you not to know? And can that be your new superpower? Just curious.